Hi all, welcome back to my channel and this is another episode and we are going to discuss about one important topic. Just a couple of days back I have read about one topic that was nothing but about the unimpressive performance of Keralites in the recently published UPSC examination results. We know that every year in the first 100 ranks, at least 7 to 8 Keralites used to get slots. But in contrary to that, what we have uh, observed that years back, almost 20 to 25 years back, the number were a bit on the higher side. I'm talking about the positions in Group A and Group B cadre. What exactly happened to this large drag in results? And the expert says that the main reason in deterioration of the Keralites' numbers in the first 100 ranks of UPSC results is nothing but mainly because of the low standard of English or English writing skills. That's a main concern. People used to point it out. And another concern is about the lowering in quality of higher education, both these factors. So, who is responsible for that? First one, the lower in quality of English skills, especially English writing skills. Who is responsible? And the overall deterioration of higher education in Kerala. So, Kerala was well known for the quality of higher education, especially at least a couple of decades back. Till then, it was everything went fine. After that, because of the liberalization, neoliberalization process that largely inducted into the Kerala's education system, like the higher number of deemed universities, a larger number of autonomous institutions, and the higher appetite towards to generate larger number of graduates, postgraduates, doctoral and postdoctoral, to say doctoral degrees. That unhealthy appetite actually dragged down the quality of education in Kerala, especially in higher education. Prima facie, that's the main reason. When it comes to the second one, the quality of English, who is responsible for that? It's alarming to say that more than 50% of the students, exactly speaking 55% of the total students, they are educating in English medium schools. Unlike olden days, that too I have to mention here. In olden days, the total percentage of the students that's coming out of English medium schools were maybe like a 15 to 20%, and those students belongs to the elite class of the community, because that time the parents were not that much educated. Moreover, they were not that much aware about the advantages of having a teaching learning process in English medium. And on the other hand, the economy, their economic security, their financial security also one concern. But for the past couple of decades, what had happened is more than 50% of the students, they have educated from English medium schools, but still, personally, what I have experienced is as a professor in an engineering college for more than a decade, what I have experienced is the quality of education that had, not the quality of education, the quality of language, especially while scripting, the written English quality, that has been deteriorated to a very great extent. Even it's pathetic to know that some students can't even know the correct spelling of most commonly used words. They just know everything in shortcuts and they just know the phonics. So, who is responsible for this? Obviously, the responsibility is not lies with the higher education. The responsibility starts right from the school. The school teaching aids, the teaching tools, and the resources. Resources means that's non-living as well as the living resources that's in the school, right from the quality of the teachers, the tools used, especially the textbook and the so-called tools that are used in schools for the so-called improvement of language of the students. We know that, I think the majority of the schools, not majority, we know that a handsome number of schools here are in CBSE, ICSE schools. But how many of the schools are using government textbook? Government means NCERT textbook. Only a very few. Why so? From ground level observation, what I found is the schools, neither the schools or the teachers, they don't like the textbook, mainly because of the quality of textbook seems to be on the higher side. Neither the students nor the teachers can't able to comprehend it in a better way. So, a umpteen number of private players came into the scenario. What they did is they have diluted the complexity, they have diluted the standards of the original curriculum and the textbook that created by NCERT. The only claim is it's NCERT aligned, or that's a concept-wise NCERT mapped textbook. It's a fact that we have to keep the standards of any tools on the higher side, not on the lower side or at par. Age appropriate approach is good, but not always. We have to keep the standards a bit higher, not at par. That means we have to take the student to the next level. That's the core reason why the NCERT textbooks has made or designed in such a way that always kept a tad higher than the average Indian intellectual levels of that particular grade or age levels. But when we go for dilution of these standards as per our needs or the system's needs or system's convenience, what exactly happens is we are diluting the quality of the education, as well as we are trying to push the students towards an easier way to gain knowledge, or in other words, you can't say that's an easier way to gain knowledge, but an easier way to gain certificates. They will gain certificate, but unfortunately, their inherent qualities may not be improved. The same thing happened in the past couple of decades in higher education also. Still, I remember when I was in my graduation period, almost 70 to 80% of the books, reference book, we were depending were from foreign authors. It's a fact that it's very difficult to read and to comprehend, especially when we are in the age group of 17, 18, 19 or 20, in that age group. Especially we are coming from the pre-degree background, that's in the equivalent to 11th and 12th. So we put our efforts, we put enough or more time to read that and comprehend it. Still, I remember it was a tough time. But what we have gained out of that is we could able to gain the skills to read quality books that had written by many foreign authors, and later we didn't feel that reading a foreign journal or a foreign book was a hard nut to crack. On the other hand, what happened in the past couple of decades or in the last decade? The same foreign book was taken by an Indian author and diluted that. After diluted in terms of quality, concept and language, he made another book. Some concept, some quality, some content itself has been diluted or skipped or stripped out. And that book seems to be very much appealing to the students as well as to the teaching community, because that's easy to read. But I always recommend, I always insist the teachers to read the books of higher quality. But when teachers are obsessed with these kind of lower quality, diluted textbooks or reference book, they are unable to read or comprehend the higher standard textbook. So these all are the reasons why the quality of education in Kerala is deteriorating. It's not a surface level phenomena, but it starts right from grade 1, and that has been extended till the PG or even to the doctor levels. So this is the time to act. Someone should say the king is naked. Someone should dare to say that it's not about certificates, but it's all about the quality. Else, in future, India will brand Kerala as a people with certificates, not with skills. That's all for now. See you in another episode. Till then, bye from Anup.
Please subscribe and click on the bell icon for more videos.